YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the real ones, the people watching my videos, liking my videos, and subscribing to the channel. Y'all are goats. I can't even lie. Y'all are real ones. Y'all running everything up, bro. Views, watch time, subscribers. Y'all are doing it all, and I appreciate it a lot. We're getting real close to our goal of 1,000 subs. So with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notices. You don't want to miss an upload. We're uploading all the time, banger build videos, and sooner or later we're going to have a lot more content other than just builds. So you don't want to be missing out on that. I got a fire build today I created myself that I want to get into and go over with you guys. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Today, position small forward, height 6'7", weight 250 pounds, wingspan 7'2". The build is inspired by Zion Williamson. It's a versatile defender. So I was kind of trying to make his build, and I was trying to get like a slashing name, but I ended up getting this build name, and I was kind of rocking with it. So we're going to hit continue and get right into the attributes. Up first, we got the finishing, 86 close shot. Zion does play below the rim, so I wanted to make sure he had some close shot on his build. Driving layup, I went with the 85. I feel like 85 is pretty high, especially if you got good strength to go with it. But it's not too low either, perfect for a Zion build. Driving dunk, we got 89. Now, before y'all start hating and saying, ew, 89 driving dunk, it should be higher, blah, bitty, blah, blah, blah. I went 89 because I wanted to make this build versatile, very usable, while still being like a Zion build. But also, remember, I always make these builds cap breaker friendly. So you can cap break this up if you've got cap breakers. And it's going to make this build even better. Now, I'm not telling you guys to make this build, bro. You do not have to make it exactly like this. You can take this build, use it as a template, and make your own, tweak it to your liking so that you can have a build that you can play with. But we got 89 driving dunk. You're going to get posterizer, some contact dunks. Like I said, I went with 89 because if I was going to cap break something, it was going to be this driving dunk, and I wanted to give myself some more points for other areas of this build. Standing dunk, we went with the 81. The reason I went 81 is because I wanted to get rise up on silver. You got to have this on a Zion build, bro. Got to make sure you have some standing dunk. Post control, I went with the 70. Now, Zion doesn't play too much out of the post, but he does go into the post, and he does have some moves out of the post. So I wanted to give him a little something, not too much, but not too little. So we gave him a little something to work with. On to the shooting, we got 78 mid-range. Zion can kind of, he can't really shoot the ball, but he can shoot the mid-range better than he can shoot the three, which is why I gave him the 78. Now, like I said, I wanted this build to be able to be used, so I went with 78 so I can at least get set shot specialist on silver. And if I had more cap breakers, or I decided 89 driving dunk was enough, you can upgrade your mid-range or your three-pointer. I went with the 73 pointer on this build. Like I said, I probably wouldn't upgrade this. I would just like not shoot as often or get a takeover that would boost the three-pointer possibly. But you could cap break this up 5 to 75 and the build will be able to shoot, that's for sure. But if you've got more than 5 cap breakers, like say you got 10 plus, or you got like 7 or 8, or however many there is that you can get before hitting veteran to get your next cap breakers, I would put them all probably driving dunk and then mid-range or three-pointer. That's what I would do. Free throw, we got 75. This is for the people who play rec. I never put free throw on my builds, but this is for you guys who play rec. If you want to be able to knock them down, you will have it. On to the playmaking, you got 71 pass accuracy. Now, I personally feel like 71 is enough. You're going to be able to throw the ball around. None of my builds, except for my big, have more than a 71, and that's just facts. So I rock with this. You get silver dimer. I like it. Zion does pass the ball some. He's not the best passer, but he does get some good passes off. He does get some dimes. So I wanted to make sure he at least had dimer. Ball handle, we went with 81. Now, I understand it probably, actually 81 is probably perfect for a Zion build. You're going to get strong handle Hall of Fame. You get handles for days and unpluckable. And you're 6'7". You're going to be able to handle the ball. You're going to be able to get around the court and get to the basket if you need to. So I do like the 81 ball handle. 75 speed with ball. lightning launch on silver, perfect for Zion. Max +1 or tier 1 max +1. I would put it on lightning launch so this build could just move around a bit quicker. So I do like that a lot. You're going to be able to handle the ball. Going to go hand in hand with you driving to the rack, shooting fading middies. If you are good enough to shoot them with the low mid range, you can shoot them if you need to. But you're going to be able to drive to the rack and get a basket, that's for sure. On to the defense, we got 77 interior. Now, I wanted this build to be able to defend the paint a little bit while still also being able to play on the perimeter slightly, because Zion is not a terrible defender at all. So that's what I was going for. We got 77 interior. I feel like this is enough. 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. You get a good hands-up contest, you're going to get a stop. Perimeter defense, we got 75. Now, I wanted to make sure I got all of the bronze defensive badges, and you need 74 for it. I went with 75 just to give it a little bit of help to hit that next threshold. 60 steal. Now, this is something y'all can tweak if you want. I don't mind having no steal on my builds. 60 is more than enough for me because I don't spam square. So this is perfect for me. Once again, you can take this build and tweak it to your liking. Block, I went with the 84. Why? I wanted paint patroller on silver. Like I said, I wanted this build to have a rim protecting presence. So we went with the high block and the decent, slightly above average interior defense. You get high flying denier on silver, paint patroller on silver, pogo stick on silver. I wanted to make sure we got a high block on this build, and Zion needs to have a high block also. On to the rebounding. You guys know I don't care about offensive rebound. Doesn't bother me too much to not have it, but we do have an 85 defensive rebound. Now on a 6'7", this is a build you could take to the park and actually play the 3 with a small ball lineup. It's going to work out. You get box out beast on gold. You get rebound chaser. Is it going to be harder to get boards against actual bigs with like 93 plus or 92 plus rebounding? Yes, but you can still get boards with the right positioning, and you're quicker than all of them, and you can handle the ball. So you're going to be a mismatch for any team that has an actual big. On to the physicals. You're going to get 80 speed. I get it. I wish this could be faster, bro. I really do, but I feel like 80 speed is perfect for Zion. Agility, you get a 75. A little bit on the slower side, not too quick, but it's enough for you to get around, bro. Like I said, you're going to be playing more so like a center with this build. You're going to be able to play with this build on all the game modes for sure. You can take it to the ones. You're going to be able to play defense and get a stop and score buckets. You can take it to the twos. You can play the 1 or the 2 with a very small ball lineup. And you can take it to the 3s, of course, and you can play anywhere from, if you got a big lineup, you can play the 1. You got a normal lineup, you can play the 2. And if you got a small ball lineup, you can play the 3. And you could definitely take this to the 5s, and you can run the 2 or the 3. I wouldn't recommend trying to run like the 4. It's just going to be a little bit hard with you being 6'7". So I do like the speed and agility on this build. Strength, you get an 84. So I wanted to make sure this build was pretty strong because Zion is really strong. Do I wish this could be higher? Yes, but I feel like 84 is enough. You're going to get strong handle Hall of Fame. You get box out beast gold. You still get brick wall, immovable enforcer on silver, and physical finisher on silver. So I'm happy about that. Last but not least, we got the 82 vertical. This is going to get you aerial wizard Hall of Fame, get you posterizer on silver. Once again, if you cap break your dunk up to 93, you're going to get some good contact dunks. You're going to get posterizer gold. So I do like that a lot about this build. I feel like the attributes are fire. You get some really good badges. Let's hit continue and see what shades we get. And you get Xavier McDaniel, Zion Williamson, baby. Let's go. I knew I was there, bro. Danny Avdia, hey, he's low-key hooping this year. You have built a versatile defender. I think this is a fire build. I think it's really good. It definitely has some things that you can tweak. So you guys let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Is the build trash? Is the build fire? And if it's trash, let me know what you would change about it and why it's trash. Don't just say it's trash with no explanation, because I'm going to call you some mean things, bro. And I don't want to have to do that because I like y'all. I appreciate y'all a lot. But that is all I got for you guys today. If you made it this far, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. You don't want to miss any uploads. We still got ranking all the Pro Toon builds by position. I don't know what position we're going to do next, but we got the small forwards out now. So go check that out if you haven't already. We got more build videos on the way, and then we're gonna have some more content on the way. So make sure you got post notices on. You don't want to miss out. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.